elevator.
Yeah.
Like the scared like look around, clearly like surprised and confused, like raising weapons, but not at you guys. They're like turning around from where it came, starting to move, and then like from two other corridors, you see a sort of bomb grenade being thrown, which basically is, let's say for now, it is not Tesla bomb, but it's very similar to its effects. And one of these like lands near like two Skitari who like start, not Skitari, like guardsmen who like starting trying to jump away from it, but then it goes and basically it's not like typical grenade explosion, but there's like a energy discharge and arcs of energy like skittering through their body, like slashing through their body, and they fall down. I imagine you also start reacting.
Yeah, he's going to try to figure out, pinpoint where it came from.
Yeah, you have that with those previous awareness tests.
Oh, never mind then. Okay.
That's why I said that you don't need new ones to see that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you are not surprised, and it's basically, I know the description and it feels like it's longer, but like this entire scene, like since that like you spot something and like they start firing, it's like, you know, slow motion, like Matrix style, bullet time, and seconds, mere seconds passing.
Mm-hmm. So are those two guys back there dead?
From the first glance, probably, but you might check them, but perhaps later, as this unknown enemy for now is probably like, let's say that's draw shape. The purple color is like the rockets. Oh shit, that wouldn't be too. Like the rockets.
Excuse me.
The upper one, and like grenade. So they kind of like change it through it, and like also that's probably what you figure out, that as you were talking, like, you know, the Tarantula sentry guns were like left, right, just scanning the area, but the moment you spot something and like the battle starts, their turrets go just, you know, down, as you know, when something goes offline.
Yeah.
So, what do you do?
Well, they're dead. Elevator's gone. Let's move forward. Does anyone disagree?
I mean, you know, this is like not the end of the ambush. Like, you know, there might be. Do you like return fire?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. He's getting his guns out.
No disagreement here.
So they're all dead.
Not all of them. Like two were trying to disengage and they got roasted. And the others like start like going backwards and like kind of trying to look near the. They thinking it's near the tunnel, so they're like doing return suppressing fire thing.
I suppose. Huh.
As I said, this is one of those things that I said there might be combat, but
well, out comes the needle rifle.
I'm not gonna be doing it the typical way, just more narrative based.
That's fine. But yeah, he readies his gun and his dendrites to return fire.
Pulls out the only gun that he has that is not Zinus.
Okay.
That's right, I forgot.
So you like start like looking for targets, and because they are like not finished yet, so you see those like shift in the air again, and then I imagine you'll find your targets and start firing, and they like those beings as they will be, I imagine, almost certainly hit. You'll see that the optical camouflage will be more or less dropped because sudden damage, and basically what you will see is not too big, let's say like slightly smaller than human size, spider-like machine, and all of those enemies which are like free, you'll see that they will be of the same type, and they won't be throwing all the grenades, but they will like from one of their part of the carapace, so to speak, there's like a gun popping out, and a beam of like energy will like sprout out. Obviously I'm describing like, you know, what's going on as time progresses, as you like engage them in combat. Yeah, just to say they are not like durable, but we'll get to that. So I guess you will be firing on them. So yeah, we are not doing combat typically, so you can like give me like one like ballistics skill to just see like how well like from your side it goes through, and then like damage rolls if you hit. Ballistic skills, guys. Because I'm imagining you're like returning fire to them, and
Those are my ballistic skills. Because I get a plus 40 minimum to everything. So.
Yeah, but when you're doing it like that, it kind of makes it strange.
That's a good point. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to.
Why
you
does
don't
it
have
not
to roll too many of them.
do it
Like
correctly?
one or two
Okay.
will be just fine. Or like one is fine. So yeah. Afterwards, if you want to roll for nope. Yeah, if you want to roll for damage, you can roll, but with those weaponry that you have, you will realize that yeah, they don't need a lot to be destroyed.
Jesus Christ, I'm rolling low. God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I have this thing. I totally forgot I have this thing. Have fun with that.
What
Come
thing?
on, hit the fucking thing. If I can get the goddamn cursor to hit the damage button. There we go. There we go.
Nice. So basically you have one less body corpse metal wreckage to investigate, because it gets obliterated, like it's like pile of ashes. The entire construction gets immolated, but the other two, like, they got completely destroyed, but it's enough that you could investigate it and like look closer upon them. Yeah, the gate is like open enough that you can go through. The tarantula centrigas are still offline. Yeah, the elevator itself is like completely jacked, like destroyed. Floor, like, it's like you fall like to the bottom itself, so it's like slightly tilted, and the the main machinery that used to like lift it up, etc. It's also gone, because that rocket barrage made sure to at least eliminate this method of escape. Obviously, yeah, let's say that Meg is an NPC in the background. So technically you still have him to teleport out, or you can ask politely Sigmund to be your taxi and fly you like one at a time to the surface. Anyways, after the combat finishes, those guys who like survived and were like taking cover, and they like slowly stand up, and they don't really look too emotional. Like one of them like starts, you know, taking care of their compatriots' bodies, you know, like putting them in a more proper place and probably wait like to do something. The other guy like was trying to like use Vox chatter to like report like being attacked, some kind of strange enemies, but he will like, even if not ask, he will like look at you all and say the radio's not working. Sir, Magos.
Radio's not working. There's not a whole lot I can do. Actually, there is, because I have a much better radio than he does. Mine is much longer range. Can I reach anyone with mine?
When you try to use it, like your technology expertise says you that you are jumped to hell and back. Like there is static all around, and it's quite clear that somebody's been, you know, jamming it. And
he will say as much.
Yeah, this understood Magos. And then the guy that was mainly talking with you, he managed to survive. Like, he'll like look at the others. Considering the situation, you are the highest authority here, Magos. Do you have orders, new orders for us?
Yes. First, we're gonna figure out whether or not any of the are the guys that are talking now the only ones that are left alive.
Yeah, there were like 5, I think. Yeah, and 2 of them got roasted with that not Tesla bomb.
Then yeah, come with us. We're going after whatever did that.
They'll like give their version of salute. Of course, Marcus. Okay, gate is open. The 2 charred wreckages, which you can technically still try to investigate, are still there. So, what do you do? Do you like check up on them to figure out what the hell is this?
At the elevator?
You know, those enemies that were...
Oh, the enemies. Yeah, we're gonna... Yeah, let's investigate that.
Because you managed to strike them in a way that the bodies managed to fall from the ledge. And even if not, the Sigmund can just fly up and drop them down so everybody can have a look at them.
Yep, he will do that.
Yeah. Basically, as I kind of described, it is a robotic spider. Think more or less spider from Watch Dogs, but slightly smaller. This one is not the size of a tank, more like, you know, human size. Looks actually like, if you are investigating it, you can like make some skill checks, whatever you think it's relevant, so I can based off that I can give you more information. Wow.
What kind of thing are we investigating? Like, what is it? Like, what is its type?
What it is, like what type of unit it is, like what's its...
I am rolling absolute shit. God damn. Luckily I get to roll that again, but seriously.
Like if it's something that could have been made but this forge world or not, stuff like that. Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay,
Jesus Christ, I'm rolling so poorly today.
Oh.
Yeah, because we won't be needing this map no more.
Oh, this might help. That's all I got.
Okay. So basically, common lore machine code tells you that no, you are pretty damn sure that Adeptus Mechanicus never introduced such a design in their, in their entire career and history. The other thing, just deleting one thing. The other thing is that
I need to reload roll 20 because it's acting weird.
okay.
Me too.
Can't zoom in on anything for some reason.
The archaeotech is a strange thing because, in a sense, I mean, it's not an ancient
Oh, I have
artifact.
archaeotech too, I
Or
think.
it's like, I mean, it's fuck it. I might as well say it from like right now that this was remotely. Those spiders are remotely controlled, entirely robotic units, and the technology that you can see on them that was used to construct them, it's really nothing that you have witnessed in regards to Adeptus Mechanicus. It's something else. I mean, if because I'm not sure like how Tech Priest would detect Tech Heresy. I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
Is it atypical? If so, then it's Tech Heresy. Is basically the gist of it.
I mean, this is very clear, definitive, like Tech Heresy in your eyes, Sigmund, because it is clearly not something that Adeptus Mechanicus would ever make.
Yeah.
It's too machine-like, too robotic, and the
Are there any squishy bits, or
no, not at all. Pure
so it's
metal.
an end? So it's cybernetica then.
Yeah, and it's basically just to give like a, because I now remember that should give you like, now with all these roles, I will give you like a chance to go in a second, Joe. Basically, it's clearly a unit that was designed for a very specific purpose. The armor plates are very thin, so it's not designed to be sturdy or durable. It is designed to be stealthy and create ambushes, mostly because of that optical camouflage thing. And being very agile with, all of the spider legs. This is like another thing because, let's be real, like a lot of creations of Mechanicus are like big, bulky, and bigger, more badass. This one, even though it's made from metal and robotic cybernetica stuff, it's very smooth, so to speak. Like, you can see that these particular machines can be quick and swift, like very much so. So this is like, infiltration, assassination, ambush unit. Maybe not assassination, but like ambush unit. And go ahead, Joe.
Well, I was just, it's atypical.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't know. He doesn't have a background in cybernetica, so he'll recognize it as. I guess this is becoming. Well, yeah. Actually, no. You said I rolled high enough on the other stuff to recognize it as being atypical. So yeah, it's cybernetica. It's weird cybernetica, which means it's heretical cybernetica.
A Megas Dominus, perhaps.
Perhaps. They have to be controlled by someone. If he's in control of the jamming, he could still be controlling them, and if he's not in control of the jamming, whatever's controlling them could be down here.
Well, rather Richard. Ruin your homecoming.
He doesn't. I was going to say he shrugs, but he doesn't shrug. Let's go looking. Out of character, Xavier. Do you want to do not sense motive?
And I said,
What's it called? You look scanning for shit. I can't think of the word. I have my.
Auspex?
I don't have a. Not Auspex. He can
I can activate
basically,
my
but with a power. There it is. Couldn't think of the word.
Zionisians.
I can help, but mine won't be as good. Actually, I rolled well on that. Okay.
For sake of curiosity,
Okay.
is there fucky going on with the warp?
With the warp, no. Actually, because I'm not sure if you would detect a particular thing, and I cannot ask you if you did, because that would spoil who's behind.
Zhao is reading for radiation, life signs. If he can detect movement, that sort of thing, then he's looking for that as well.
Yeah, for now we're gonna machines like that, like these spiders, are not alive technically, so they won't be as life signs, but perhaps like energy signatures, something like that, and perhaps they would be. So yeah, the good news is that when you were investigating, because it took some few moments or minutes, not there were no other that arrived to attack you, so it was reasonably peaceful and calm. And of course, the cave kind of starts beyond the gate. It starts squeezing, so then goes into another metal door that you are able to force open, and then you enter the eerily quiet, cold metal corridors. Rather, because I don't have a map for it prepared, but imagine that you basically enter not exactly a maze, but a very large and elaborate complex made from either torrid tunnels that were carved through the rock and reinforced with stuff. Sorry, but that's this.
Fine.
And or purely or maybe not man-made tunnels made from cold metal. And the entire place is eerily quiet, or maybe from time to time you hear a faint echo of perhaps some machinery working on. Basically, you know what? Because you're investigating this area, one of you can give me 1d. Let's go with 1d5.
I can roll it if people want.
Oh, Zhao was
Zhao got it. That's fine.
first.
Green is good.
Let's say that obviously the combat is not that much important in this part, and it's not like you weren't attacked at all. There was one or two more ambushes from the same spider-like beings, but you're able to take care of them now that you know who they are or what they are. Like some also like 1 or 2 times, either from the ceiling or from the ground, in those metal corridors, like a turret pops out. But let's say that with Zygmunt at the front, you are definitely able to take care of it. Okay, and as you going exploring that area, you find a large chamber, rather large room that's filled with various machinery that obviously from the looks of it looks like one part of like a proper machine. I don't really have a good way of describing that without saying outright what it is. It's it doesn't look like a imperial design. It's very cult aesthetic, like it's very pragmatic, still large, but there are like various things that you don't like. Fuck. Let's say that all of this looks more like Dark Age of Technology shit than the current one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I'm gonna say this is neither Necron nor Eldar, nor Chaos, nor Tau.
You said not Necron.
Yes, it's not Necron. Not Eldar, not Tau. I like inspecting it more to figure out what it is.
Well, it's at least not Xenos that I'm familiar with, and I'm familiar with almost all of them.
I don't have legends, but I can do Archaeotech maybe.
I mean, you can still go with like Techius.
Yeah.
Techius, or you know what, even Forbidden Lore Mechanicus would work. Not common, it's definitely forbidden.
It is foreboding.
Ooh, what did I get? Roll a 6, nice.
Okay, so short answer, or rather long answer. This is mostly like, there are also like some tubes where you can put someone, like a person, like several ones, and there's like a large terminal, like some MIU jacks, or like basically ports, like a lot of like tubes, connections, stuff like that. And all of this, from what you've like knowledge you've gathered and you heard, this is essentially probably working, but for now it's offline, probably working Proteus protocol machine.
What machine?
And
for what? Yeah.
Proteus protocol. And to remind you, this is one of the Dark Mechanicus heresies, the pursuit of eternal life by
Biotransference.
Oh, that thing that.
You take an organic brain and its memories and all of its personality, and then you put it into a robot body. So it's like baby Necron.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you said the Protoss protocol. I was like, wait, what? Crossover.
Yeah, let's do the StarCraft crossover. The warp is a funky shit. But no, it's not.
Are we about to get Zerg rushed?
Nah, you have tyrannies already, so...
It's also double heresy, because not only are you committing that kind of heresy, it automatically creates an Animus Lucas. So, yay.
Well, when you say that...
Although it would be Sigmund to know what this is a little bit more than Jar.
Yep,
Actually,
he
a lot more
knows.
than Jar.
So, and one of these things is directly beneath a Mechanicus planet.
Oh, by the way, because you probably realize that as you're like exploring this area, for now, like it's obviously looking like a base that Sidov could have been using, or his associates. But
Yeah.
apart from these robotic guards and turrets, other sentries, there is no like organic being, no living heretic that you could interrogate. And from what you've seen, like let's say, like this place doesn't look recently used by humans, or
Disappointing.
humans. I recently, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So what do you do with this particular room? Do you try to destroy it, or for example, there's a technically you could try to kickstart one of the present terminals and perhaps infiltrate.
Oh no, he has no interest. He has no interest in turning it on.
Although that
But
does
he
beg a
might have
question,
records.
Yeah,
isn't it?
he's not going to destroy it either. But yeah, he's not going to turn it on.
Would it be possible? Well, I guess it could just say it's in character. Would it be possible to extract information from this machine?
Scratch my foot. Yes, but that would require turning it on, which we're not turning it on.
It would also require interfacing with it.
I mean, not directly. You could do an indirect connection to it. Basically, do it the third millennium way, the way we do it right now. But yeah, no, all of those things require turning it on, which he is very flatly against doing.
Well,
Don't we need to turn it on to continue this investigation?
I mean, do we absolutely need to, or can we search other places first and come back to this as a last?
You could continue your search. You can mark.
Yeah.
I imagine like you have, I don't know, glow sticks or whatever that you can mark.
Oh, I was under the impression this is like where all of the tunnels end.
No, this is like one of the potential places that you could have visited. This is like a complex like net of tunnels, corridors, and rooms that you can visit.
Okay, so
is the power source for it visible, or the connection to the power source visible?
No.
No.
Most probably, considering the sophistication of this entire thing and the level of security, like the walls in this chamber are kind of like metal. You could try starting to tear through them and potentially find like cables running to this machinery, but most probably that there is some kind of power generation room. Power core, so to speak.
Okay, yeah. We will come back to this.
Yeah. Obviously, like after you finish investigation, those 3 stooges that are with you do it fully, keeping guard, making sure that your bags are covered. And obviously the one that was already done with your reports, if it makes any difference. We were
how far of them could guard this?
We were not aware of that place, Magos.
Stand here. Let no one do anything to this until we return. That is
out of character.
He's telling them.
Because if they had known, Sigmund would probably be killing them right now.
Because it should have been reported.
I mean, if they did know, they would be like, start raising weapons and try to shoot you in the back. But no, they don't. They don't have a clue.
Yep. Stay here, guard it, and stay here, guard until we get back. No one does anything to it while we're away.
And that includes anyone from the office of the
Yes,
Fabricator
anyone.
General.
I mean,
under
anyone.
the authority of the Inquisition.
Well, they don't care about the Inquisition. They don't give a shit.
Well, yes, and it's the case that if they wish to lodge a complaint.
But yeah, no one does it. This is now out of the Fabricator's hands. He's yeah. Don't turn it on. Don't use it. Don't even destroy it. Leave it the fuck alone until we get back.
Of course, Magus. And they like.
You won't swear, but yeah.
Take the proper positions to make sure that they are protecting this place.
And yeah, let's go looking.
Okay.
You want to see the wizard?
I mean, we can either go with that
Heresy.
or you can make another. This time D4.
D4, you said?
Yeah.
When are you guys gonna do it?
Okay.
I mean, you can either go with. Okay. So, it takes like another few minutes, another like one destroyed turret, which with those turrets it mostly looks like they are like automated, you know, responding to perhaps motion sensor or something like that. And surprisingly they are not like uber hyper stuff. They are like either heavy stabbers, firepower speaking, they're like either heavy stabbers or like you know, basically guns that have high rate of fire but not like super cool damage. Which I also imagine, like, knowing that you might be facing such threats, you like kinda use some powers to boost your armor or stuff, in terms of like speaking about like Xantis, because Zygmunt has his he's tanky enough. Yeah, so let's say that for now still it's nothing that makes a threat to you. And as you approach this particular room, which is let's say a series of like two rooms connected with one another, they're like slightly smaller and like they are like mostly whitish in color. They give a vibe of a laboratory, and like to the side there's like, you know, machinery like terminals, cogitators, computers possessing probably possessing data. They basically, there's like, let's say the lights are on, the staff, they're like kinda in standby mode from what you can figure out. And in the other room there is not that many things, and like the two rooms are separated by a mostly glass see-through wall, like glass. It's like, let's say it looks like glass, you can look through it, but it's much more durable than that. And as you step into the room, Xantis, you will start feeling slightly unpleasant pressure on your mind. Not mind control, just, it's not mind control, I can't really say that. Like, just, you know, pressure like a migraine is like on the edge of your, on the edge, like waiting to jump on you. And Mayek is kinda similar, like starts to, you know, massage his temple when you step into this, let's say, laboratory of sorts.
Should I be doing a check to recognize if this feels familiar? Do I know what could be causing it?
I mean, you know that there are things that can do this feeling, but you're pretty sure there are no there's no Tyrannid presence here. So it's not Shadow of the Warp that's causing this. Oh right, because I didn't finish the description. The second room that you can see through the wall the size is similar. There are some, you know, moving tables, some basic stuff to shit, forgot the proper word. Basically, stuff that you use to like keep track of things, not scanning, but fuck, I completely forgot the word. Basically, a minimal amount of not protection, not detection. When you observe something for a prolonged period of time. Observation equipment, something like that.
Perhaps.
And in the middle of it, there's like a small pedestal and a black cube on the center of it. So
what was that very last bit?
yeah, and in that second room, there's in the middle of it, there's a small pedestal of sorts, and on it you see a obsidian black cube.
I see. Well, getting a bit closer to said cube. Is that migraine getting worse the closer I get to it?
There's like slightly, the feeling is getting slightly numb-ish, but it's not that badly bad, but let's say there's a change.
Any... Yeah, you messed it up. Oh well.
Well, I'll go through my lore.
Yep. Let's see.
I have no Xenos lores, but I have Archaeotech.
All right.
I have Forbidden Lore.
Oh,
Mechanicus.
Get the check-in, I guess.
I have Tech Use.
That makes sense.
And that's the only thing I think I have. I doubt it would be common lore tech.
No, it's not common. I mean, do you like...
Are
these roles like, are you investigating for like using these terminals and trying to get information from this, or...
Starting with aspect scans.
Yeah, oh yeah. I can aspects, hold on.
Obviously, like, the cube itself gives off a reading, but it's a strange one. It's not a reading that you've faced before, I guess. Because it is a kind of energy, but it's... how should I say? Cannot be... actually... if you were, because I imagine as high-level members of the Inquisition, perhaps you would have heard about it. The cube itself and this entire thing doesn't look particularly Necron. I mean Xenos, like Necron. But the energy reading, it's like, let's say, like, I think you would probably be aware that the Necrons themselves have something like pylons. You know, anti-warp, anti-psychic pylons. So it's not the same, it's not close, but let's say it's something similar to like what the Necron pylons like give off. Obviously on a slightly smaller scale. But you kinda, this reading like kinda shows that this energy is like, you know, confined within the within cube. It perhaps can be opened, but then it would be like let out.
Inquisitor, are you perhaps feeling a small amount of difficulty regards to your connection to the warp?
Aside from a bit of a migraine,